Good evening everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Facebook Live. Sorry I missed you on Wednesday night, but we are back tonight with this. I think my camera is zoomed in. Oh no. With this technique called Joseph's Coat technique, and it uses a bit of clear embossing and some sponging or blending underneath it. So I will just get my computer sorted so that I can see any comments that come up, and just let me, it always takes so long now to come up. Hi Alison, I hope you're well. There it is. Just mute that. Okay, so this one here is quite an effective, I think anyway. Hi Lisa, quite an effective technique, and it actually isn't too tricky. I tried to be tricky and it didn't, it kind of backfired. Oh good, I'm good to hear, I'm pleased to hear that, Alison. Yeah, I tried to be tricky and it didn't really work, so I'm going to try just to not be tricky this time. So we're going to use a few ink pads and some blending brushes and get them all out. So yellow, orange, green. So what I did last time with this one is I did a circular motion of colours kind of, and it didn't kind of really work how I wanted it to. So now I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of go a bit random. So I'm just going to pick up some ink. I'm using what's that one? Old Olive. Not a colour I use a lot of, like really. So I might just kind of go on a diagonal, and you want to make sure that you get lots of colour laid down. So in fact actually it's better to do that than it is to spread it too far. So I'm going to be using the sunflower stamp set again, so it'll be interesting to see how this comes out. And you know, the darker you get your colour, the more effect it's going to have. So I'll just leave the green for now, and then I'm going to go. So I'm just going to use these three. I'm not going to use the Starry Sky. That's going to be my colour that goes on the top. And I'm going to go pumpkin pie over here. Turn around actually. What's everyone having for dinner? We're struggling. Hi Mary, how are you? I don't know if you've seen and if you want it any earlier, but your order is here. So just in case you're wanting something out of it, I can drop it off to you one day after work if that works, or I can pop it in a leather box or something for you. I think I've got too much orange now. Right, and this is Daffodil Delight. I'm going to go over the top of the orange. That pumpkin pie, and just kind of have a, oh good, I'm pleased to hear it. How are you, Lisa? Hi Andrea, how are you? How are your cats, Lisa? Is your cat feeling better? Got some sleep after them being unwell, I hope. Okay, this kind of hurt my arm, but that's right. It means I'm obviously pressing quite firmly, which you need to because you want to make sure that you get a really good ink on my fingers. I don't want to blend it with others. Oops. Oops. Oh, that's gonna break too. My brother made these little things for me. Oh, good. These little colour things for me, but just finding that they're not probably the right size, I don't think. I need them a bit bigger because they just move around too much and then they kind of break. These are the only one. I think I've got a green one and a yellow one left, which is annoying because they were really good to show what colour I had. Hey Heidi, how you doing? Hope you've had a nice break. Softball been on during the holidays. Been in the hospital since Wednesday, kidney. Now they're... Oh, wow. That sounds terrible and expensive, which is not fun. Either of those things, quite stressful and expensive as well. Okay, so I think that's probably gonna do what we need. I've tried to lighten the pumpkin pie a little bit by going over it with the Daffodil Delight, and I'm just kind of blending in the old olive over the Daffodil Delight just to give that, without, yeah, I bet, not really wanting to, whoops. Sorry, just putting my brushes away so that they're off the desk. Okay, whoopsie. Going to need a little bit of space. Alright, so next step, we need our Versamark, and we're going to use clear embossing powder, which I'll leave that in the tray. Sorry, I just need over. Oh, lots of zoo visits. Cool. I remember being excited about that. Oh. It doesn't look as, hopefully that's the light reflecting. That doesn't look, it looks quite mottled, but actually is quite blended. So I don't know if that's actually any use to you. Okay, so when I'm heat embossing, I like to have my container ready. So I like to keep it in there and be able to pour it over, which is why I have the spoon, so when it gets close to not having very much left. Now, one of the really important things to do with this is make sure that you cover your whole sheet with the embossing buddy. Now, basically, this is just like a little pillow of like cornstarch in basic terms. So if you haven't got one, you could easily kind of make one up. But you want to just kind of really, one, you want to make sure your ink is dry before you do this, and then two, you want to just make sure that it's really nicely covered so that any oils from your fingers and stuff don't create a problem when you're embossing. Just means that it's a bit harder for you to or it just takes a little bit longer for you to, you have to just pick bits of, there's my big stripe call out. Okay, so I'm going to use the large, and I'm going to use some of the leaves. They are a little bit hard to see when you're stamping them, because obviously you're stamping with Versamark, but that's okay. So the trick to the Joseph's coat thing is the use of what do you call it, clear embossing, and you make sure that you get a nice firm pressure. My wrists have been playing up, so this is going to help me just get a nice firm pressure on there. Okay, and you won't see anything because obviously it's Versamark, and I'm just going to pop some leaves and another one. Hopefully they kind of don't overlap too much. And then on this side, I'm actually just going to pop some leaves down. I might put some leaves over here. They could be autumn leaves. Okay, so once we've got all that sorted, we're going to get our embossing powder. And where is my, there. Let me use my tweezers actually, so then I don't need to worry. So I'm just going to pour my embossing powder, and you can see as you pour it in, it covering, it needs to go over the edge because it's gone right over. Alright, so then we're going to very carefully flip this. Okay, so as you can see, hopefully, it's just, all the powder has just landed. Now the next part is the hard part, because you actually want to have that heated, and I'm going to just put, what does that say? Let's celebrate you. I think I'll use that. So I'm going to pop that at the bottom. Right. Where is the... Okay. Came off in a big clump. Okay. Just to make things a bit easier, get rid of some stuff off my desk. Let me get rid of that. Sorry, that's like a really, really close-up picture of my arm that you didn't need. I wonder why it's so big. Okay, so now I've got my heat tool. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm going to switch this around a little bit and hold it there. I like to heat from both sides, so that you, because what you'll notice is that your card starts to warp, and when to melt the powder you actually need to heat the card as well as the powder. So I heat from the back for a little while, it curves my card, but then as I heat from the front to melt the powder, it starts to re-flatten it. Now you'll see that the powder starts to disappear, and because that's clear, you're not going to see that very well unless I've got the light in the right place. But it is starting to disappear. This works really, really well, and my stamp is probably not the best one to use it with, but it works really, really well for with a really solid stamp. So like if you've got a really solid image, and you could do splotches of colours so that you get that real kind of firework look about it. I'm just going to get rid of my paper here. Oh no, I need that. Shake it because it's got embossing powder on it. Okay, so this is where you need a dark colour. And oh, you can see a little bit of it. So you need a really dark colour. I've gone with Starry Sky. Night of Navy is always a really good one, or black is a really good one too. But I thought this was quite a nice kind of mid balance. Let me get that out of the way so I've got more room here. And then you're just going to lay this ink right over the top, over everything. So you're kind of like, oh my god, I've just put all that ink on, and now you're going to tell me to go over the top of it. So you just go over the whole thing. So making sure that your ink pad is nice and inky, because you want it to cover all of the underneath colour. Okay. I've got a notification that is covering my... That's right. And obviously some colours are going to be easier to cover than others. And the colours that you use are going to be easier to cover than others. But there's like my brushes losing some bristles. It's annoying for a new brush. So you just keep layering ink over the top, and you'll start to see the colours show through underneath the clear emboss. So this is a purpley blue, so you'll see that it actually reacts differently to the different colours that have been laid down on the thing underneath it. So if you want that real rich kind of effect, I'd go black with your ink. And you need to just make sure that your colours that you're laying down, they need to be really bright, or really, yeah, you don't want anything too dark, because it's going to get hidden by the darkness that you've got going over the top, depending obviously on your stamp. Now when I did this, it was not the stamp that I kind of planned on using to start with, but it was the one that kind of, without sounding really corny and weird, it's kind of called to me. I was like, yeah, actually I'm going to use the sunflower. So with my first one, I actually wanted, we used to grow sunflowers, and they were kind of like a burgundy on the inside, and they kind of gradually lightened and went out to yellow through orange out the outside of the petals. So that's kind of what I was going for, but I think I did my swirls too big, and it didn't really work out how I envisaged it. So I thought this time I'll just do some swirls, do some angles, so that the stamp gets a bit of everything. Alright, I'm sunflowers are one of my favourite flowers too, Catherine. I had sunflowers at my wedding, and so it's not one that I really do. It's not one that, you know, surprisingly, I don't use it a lot because I know that not everyone kind of likes them. So, but sunflowers and butterflies are my faves. So, okay, I think we'll leave it there. You get the idea. Just maybe go a bit darker there. Okay, so now what you're going to do, I've used the tissue so I didn't get it all over me, probably, and then all you're going to do is grab your tissue, and I'm just going to put mine, because I got a long tissue, grab it, and then you're just going to gently rub over the embossed part. Now what's going to happen with that is that the tissue actually just picks up the ink that's sitting on top of the embossing, and really brings, so that green is probably not the best green to use, it hasn't come out really strong. But you just rub over and get the excess off, and then you end up with that. We've only got essentially 2 or 3 colours in that, so it wouldn't be a massive difference. But if you were to, I had one, I think I've put it away. Oh, I must go and have a look, Lisa. No problem, Helen. Andrea, it is a really nice set actually, and even this little one, this little stamp is really quite cute, and you know, so it makes quite little, and I like the font as well. So, but anyway, this is quite cool for someone special in your life. Congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful. That's really lovely. Oh, thanks, ladies. Okay, so what I've decided to do is team this up with some Daffodil Delight. I'm going to put that in there. So move it out of the way. So I'm just going to let that dry for a minute while I get my card base ready. Alright, so okay, this is Starry Sky. Obviously that doesn't look like Starry Sky because it's got all the other colours underneath it. So to make it pop, I think I have to trim it. Yeah. To make it pop a little bit more, I'm going to use a bit of Daffodil Delight behind it. I just need to trim my piece down a little bit. When I put the measurements up for this, I just put it as a standard card base. So you know, you can make this whatever size you like. Really, it's not too much of a big deal. Really depends on the stamp set that you're using and the effect that you want. I think I want it to be framed a little bit by the Daffodil Delight, so I'm just trimming that back a little bit further than what I had it as. But you know the matting that you like Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to pop that on there. I'm going to put some silver thread on. Oh, maybe. Maybe. I'm just going to tie this in a. Oops. A bit longer and make a double bow. Let's see if I can do that really quickly before everyone starts to go at 8 o'clock. Thank you to the 3 lovelies who posted a card. What did I do there? Plonker. The only thing with this stuff is it is really has a mind of its own, and so it's really slippery as well. I've gone for silver because I'm going to put some rhinestones on, and I think it looks I think the rhinestones make it look kind of silvery. Okay, actually I did find the rhinestones. I put them away after my class today. So I think I'm going to pop that there with a bit of a glue dot. And it also just hides the fact that there's like a little gap in between the leaves and the... Okay, so let's put this together. Just going to glue. I hope you guys give it a go. Like I know that this is probably a technique that not everyone's going to be able to have a go at because they might not have the heat emboss stuff and embossing powder. But if you do, I'd love for you to show me what you make. And I think we'll just glue this as well. Sorry, I started saying thank you to the ladies that did a card this week for us. It was really great to see your explosion cards. So that was Anita and Alison and Helen, I think it was. So thank you very much. We'll do our little spinny wheel in a minute. Okay, that's not happy. Do I need 2? Is it just a little bit too wet? Alright, we'll give that a go again. Alright, so that's that. Last time I just wound it round. I'll pop that out of the way. And that. Okay, so rhinestones. Andrea, I still haven't posted your prize from last week, sorry. I will get to it. Oops. Okay, so there you go. So this one has got the pumpkin pie, rich raspberry. It's actually got a little bit of really espresso in it as well, and then a bit of green. So down here there's a bit of yellow and a bit of green. This one here I did pumpkin pie, Daffodil Delight, and then some, what do we call that? Old olive. Alright, so that is our card this evening. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining me tonight. I hope that your week is a good one. It's going to go quickly, I'm sure, and next weekend is a long weekend, so that's exciting. And yeah, so let me really quickly, because it's 8:01, flip you around. So I've got Helen, Anita and Andrea. I think I've put the wrong person's name. Let me go back to, whoops. It is, it's Alison, I'm sure. Here it is. I was right. Sorry, Andrea. I'm going to take you out of there. Alison, Helen and Anita. Helen, I might, it's getting expensive to send things to Australia, and I really appreciate the fact that you're participating, but I might have to, it is you. Yeah, so if your name is drawn at Helen, I will get you to choose one of the other ladies for a prize. Yeah, sorry, it's just getting a little bit expensive. I have got your last price here to send though. My brother's got it finished. All right, here we go, ladies. Excuse me. Oh, and I say that and she's gonna win. Oh, she's not watching tonight, and I'm sure she won't mind, but we will spin it again. So Alison and Anita, 50-50 chance. Anita! Whoop, whoop. Congratulations, Anita. That'll get your mojo going again. Thank you for participating in that. I know you enjoyed doing that, so hopefully you might have a go at doing this one too. I'm going to press the wrong button. Oh, wow. Lucky you, Catherine. That is so exciting that you're going to Rarotonga. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe that. That's very exciting. I hope that you enjoy yourself and, yeah, enjoy the sun. That'll be fun. All right. I'm finding this is really off-putting having my camera this way and I'm looking at the wrong place. So I'm going to go enjoy your week. I have got myself seriously organized for the next 2 weeks. So Wednesday's card will be posted on Tuesday, and then Sunday's card will be posted on Saturday, and the following Wednesday's card will be posted on Tuesday. So I've got in my zone and today, and got them all sorted and ready to go. So they're just on my trolley down the bottom, ready to go. So I look forward to having you join me for those. So have a good week, and I will catch you on Wednesday. Bye for now.